10 years is as much an honoring of the arrival of this accomplishment as it is a deep bow for what the years have taught me about what really matters in this work. Whether there are 10 more years ahead or 10 months, I will continue to offer my life to this work. The years have not always been easy. There's been a lot of hard work and a lot of surrender to stretching into feeling why this work matters so much. We carry movements within us that are for good and have been causing harm, and we must cultivate new movements, new practices of movements to overcome, to heal, to evolve. I set out 10 years ago to honor and commit to the unique movements arising in my call as a dance maker. Often those years required much hard work and surrender to feel why this work mattered, in spite of the lack of worldly markers in increasing funding, increasing audience, and accolades or impact. I'm thankful for what the journey with KSD has taught me. I call it the art and practice of movement. That in the process of moving, of creating through movement, we come to know things, we come to healing, we come to understanding and moving through obstacles. We come to connect more deeply with ourselves, more deeply with our relationship to others, as fraught as they might be and in need of healing as they might be. And we come to understand more deeply our relationship with the world, with the environments that we move through, urban environments, cultivated, and the wild. David Abrams, the philosopher, calls it the more than human world. So 10 years ago, I had an 8-year-old. I had an almost 2-year-old and one on the way. And I believed that I could move through balancing the call to be a mother and to be an artist. It proved to be tremendously difficult at moments, but I am so glad that I followed this path. It was not always kind to me, this path of being an artist and a mother. There is very limited funding, and there are hoops to jump through that I learned a long time ago. I didn't fit through those hoops, and I needed to carve my own path. And in carving that path, it opened spaces for me to overcome my own personal pain, whether it was in my prior education, or whether it was in religion, or in family of origin, or simply in learning what it means to be a loving person through raising people and raising up an art that is supposed to be something that once stood for the community and the good of the community. I learned through the obstacles and the pain that emerged, not only to overcome my own history, my own lineage, and I will name that white supremacist narrative. It also helps me understand what the importance of this pathway meant for opening up toward a mission to help others and to make a great change in our nation, and in connecting and understanding the interconnectedness globally and the power of movement. That movement is at the heart of all matter, and that there's also a process of tapping into something that animates all of matter, that is good and can move through us when we begin to develop new rhythms of greater health and greater love for one another. And ultimately, I believe that that journey of the last 10 years is what is at the heart of the work that I have created, and the hope that it speaks a broader, more universal message.